What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about Iotex. Um, Internet of Things and smart devices is such a massive area of growth over, and inevitably over the coming decades, there's going to be more and more of these um, pieces of technology. So the blockchains that work to support those systems are set to grow. So I'm going to talk about Iotex in a second. Before I do, as always, I talk about the spreadsheet I've updated. These were the first 26 coins I spoke about on YouTube that I thought would crush it in this bull cycle. If you invested $100 into each one when I released the videos and you're still holding your bags, you'd be in profit for $57,300. Adding your $2,600 investment, you're just $100 short of 60 grand profit. Well, 60 grand in total, sorry. Phantom was a Udemy course I did where I said it'd be the best investment of the year. Currently up 367 times in value. So if you'd put $100 in, you'd have got $36,762. That's pretty great. Held every single one of these at one point or another. Closed positions on all of them in profit. Bar Grin. Grin has really been an underperformer. Disappointing. Tech's good though. And I've reinvested all that profit into new cryptos. You want to see the cryptos that I'm holding? Check out Copy My Cryptos, where I share my live portfolio. I've built a portfolio designed for maximum gains in this bull cycle. It means that my biggest holdings, which are running wild at the moment, continue to grow, and it allows me to play around with smaller percentages for those looking for those 100x coins, potentially the new Phantom or whatever. But we've got a few months left of this bull cycle. If you want to make those profits, make those gains, and build your wealth, click the link in the description and check it out. Right, Iotex. Iotex has been knocking around since 2018. It launched at around 2/10 of a cent. Sorry, 2 cents. Its peak so far in this bull cycle was around 11 cents. Current circulating supply is 9.5 billion. Now, it started in 2017 as an open source project. It's a blockchain that is Ethereum virtual machine compatible. The whole idea behind Iotex is it wants to be the decentralized backbone for machine economics. So it serves smart home devices to all the way through to autonomous vehicles. So that's the goal. Now, this is a fast, high performance, and obviously, as I said, Ethereum virtual machine compatible blockchain. IOTX is the native coin and that governs the blockchain while being used as the gas for the blockchain protocol. In terms of what IOTX is, it's based on a roll-up decentralized delegated proof of stake mechanism. So its returns are about 6% a year. So if you vote for a consensus delegate, which is pretty much the easiest thing you can do, you'll get sort of 6%, and that's APR. So if you compound it, it'll be a bit more. But yeah, that's not too bad. Now, in terms of the year, but currently, if you bought $1,000 worth, you get 6%. You're looking at a $60 gain, but that's based on the price staying the same. Long term, this has got to have a shot of a multi-billion-dollar market cap. The IOTX ecosystem is starting to grow at a decent bloody rate, I will say that. Up and running at the moment, they've got UCAM, which they work with, which is one of the cameras for your home. They've got Pebble, which is a tracking device for real-world data. They've got multi-sender apps, which are pretty good. They're simple in terms of sending out tokens and stuff, but it's a good start. In terms of what we're going to probably see more of are these kind of things like the HealthNet type blockchains, the smart lock blockchains, smart home devices, and that long term bodes very well in terms of the growth of this crypto. So the IOTX coin itself is a dual. Well, they have a dual coin system for Iotex. So IOTX is a one-of-kind token, but it gives holders access to the network. They can stake and vote, which you know. In terms of the current ecosystem, we've talked about, but in terms of what they also do is they've got burns in place. So because IOTX runs the fuels the economy, like fuels the ecosystem in terms of paying for transactions and whatnot, they end up getting burnt, so that's quite helpful. So the whole thing is privacy-centric blockchain. Now, with this, what I am hopeful about in terms of IOTX is that as the Internet of Trusted Things, which I quite like, as opposed to the Internet of Things, the Internet of Trusted Things, because it's about privacy, there is a real push for potential growth there. Now, we are seeing, and I did a video earlier today talking about the issues and the overreach we've got with the SEC. So when you're getting coins that are more privacy based, there is going to be a good draw to that, because fundamentally we do. I think there's a general consensus that we feel government is overreaching in a large amount of ways at the moment. I don't think anyone disagrees with that. So something that's privacy based, but that can help with regards to all the smart devices, but it's quite well. It's quite a nice. There's quite a nice potential there. Now, the team behind IOTX is Raolan Chai, Zevan Go, Zinzin Fan, and Jing Sun. And they have got a hell of a reputation. You know, someone was working with in Kinetic Capital. One's a university research associate. You've got one who also founded Hyperconnect Lab. And one that led the crypto R&D and engineering security at Uber. So that's pretty bloody good. So IOTX has built blocks of infrastructure to connect with Ethereum, Binance Chain, Hiko and the Hiko blockchain. So they've got IOPay wallets and IOTube bridges. So that allows the IOTX to be able to transfer across the networks. They've also got decentralized identity, confidential computing, and secure hardware has been built on top of the IOTX blockchain. So it can self-sovereign. So devices like UCAM and Pebble, what I just showed you, they're sorted. There is an immense amount of potential here, and it is a long-term prospect. You know, they've got good investors as well. Kinetic Capital are a great investment group that generally pick winners. IOTX should do rather well. I mean, realistically, last year, round about when the bull cycle started in May, it was 0.25%. So it's gone up close to 30 times, which is pretty bloody good. You can't moan about that. And realistically, down the line, as more smart tech is built for IOTX, and they do need to build it, can't just be Pebble and UCAM. They've got to add to that, and they've got to get mass marketing out on that. But if they do, Jesus Christ, that's a hugely positive. That's a hugely positive move for IOTX if they can get these things up and running. Realistically, you know, the fact that they're working with Hermes is such a big organization as well. Yeah, so I like I say, there's a lot to like. I want to see more smart devices being built and that can be self-sovereign. If they can do that, multi-billion dollar market cap. But you got to bear in mind, they reckon that there's going to be another, in terms of smart devices, within 5 years, there'll be another 24 billion plus built. It might be 240 billion. I genuinely can't remember now. 24 billion, I think. But even so, if you take a small market share of that, if you can build a hell of a reputation in terms of the quality of smart devices that you produce, and it's built on your ecosystem, on your blockchain, that blockchain can only grow. I'm not a huge fan of smart tech. I'm really not. I find it a little overly intrusive, but it is something you have to accept is going to happen. So blockchains that are focused on those smart devices are going to grow at a staggering rate over the course of the time that the smart devices are more heavily adopted. And obviously they're adopted pretty well now, but that's only going to increase. It's only going one way. So yeah, Iotex, quite interested. In terms of staking, it's not great, 6%, but still 6% more than you're going to bank. Yeah, what do you guys think of Iotex? Or do you have a preference on another blockchain that is smart device centric? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you've not checked out Copy My Crypto, it's my portfolio I share, where I tell you what I'm invested in, why the hell I'm invested in it. And I've built a portfolio designed to make insane gains, and they are making insane gains. And it gives you the opportunity to take gambles on smaller coins with smaller percentages, because the bad boys in the portfolio continue to smash it. If you want to be a part of those gains, click the link in the description. That's it for me. Take care.